Horror tales present today's story is the cursed enigma of Loretide Manor. In the remote and mysterious town of Loretide, concealed within the dense and ancient forests, loomed a grand and airy mansion known as Loretide Manor. This sprawling mansion, constructed in the early 18th century, was infamous for its haunting mysteries, which had cast a long shadow over the town's history. The tale began with the enigmatic owner, Lady Isabella Loretide, a reclusive widow who had inherited the mansion from her late husband. Stories about her eccentricities and her fascination with the arcane had become legendary among the townsfolk. Lady Isabella was rumored to dabble in the dark arts and communicate with otherworldly entities. One fateful and stormy night, a group of intrepid adventurers decided to embark on an exploration of the infamous Loretide Manor, captivated by the sinister stories surrounding it. They approached the mansion and were greeted by the cold, unyielding gaze of the statues that adorned the entrance. As they entered the foreboding building, they couldn't escape the unsettling presence that seemed to lurk within its dimly lit shadows. The interior of the mansion was a labyrinth of dark, twisting corridors, secret passages, and hidden rooms. The adventurers soon realized that they were not alone. Faint whispers, like chilling specters, echoed through the labyrinthine halls, freezing the very marrow in their bones. Intrigued and unnerved, they followed the ethereal voices, only to discover that the walls were adorned with hundreds of airy, framed portraits. Each portrait seemed to depict a member of the Loretide family, but what sent shivers down their spines was the fact that the eyes of the portraits followed their every move, as if they were alive. Intrigued and determined, they ventured further, led by the whispering voices, which guided them through the mansion's dark secrets. The unsettling atmosphere grew more oppressive with every step. Eventually, they stumbled upon Lady Isabella's study, a room filled with ancient tomes, mysterious artifacts, and a crystal ball that had long been rumored to be the key to her dealings with spirits and the unknown. As they approached the crystal ball, it suddenly came to life, revealing the ghostly figure of Lady Isabella herself. Her spectral form beseeched the adventurers, her voice echoing with a haunting lament. She spoke of her undying longing to reunite with her beloved husband, who had perished tragically in an accident many years ago. Desperation hung heavy in her words as she begged the adventurers for their help, promising them untold riches if they could bring her husband back from the afterlife. The adventurers, their curiosity piqued and their greed sparked, agreed to aid Lady Isabella in her desperate quest. She provided them with cryptic instructions for a dark and perilous journey to a nearby, forbidden cemetery, where her husband's grave lay. They were to perform a shadowy ritual to resurrect him, promising that it would return her beloved to her side. But little did they know the darkness they were about to unleash upon themselves. As they ventured to the sinister cemetery under the veil of night, they gathered the necessary components and conducted the forbidden ritual. However, their actions inadvertently opened a portal to the netherworld. The night sky darkened as the portal spewed forth grotesque and spectral entities, a parade of horrors from the abyss, who set their sights upon the mansion. Desperate to escape the nightmare they had unwittingly unleashed, the adventurers rushed back to Loretide Manor. But the mansion seemed to have a malevolent will of its own. It shifted, its walls transforming and shifting like a living, vengeful creature, trapping the adventurers within a never-ending maze of ever-changing corridors. As they ventured deeper into the heart of the mansion, the spirits of the Loretide family began to materialize, revealing their gruesome and tragic fates. It was revealed that Lady Isabella had made a sinister pact with a demonic entity to bring her husband back from the dead. The price of this dark bargain was the souls of her descendants, an accursed legacy that had tormented her family for generations. The adventurers, faced with relentless malevolent spirits and cursed apparitions, knew that they had to put an end to the nightmare they had unwittingly become entangled with. To do so, They had to solve a series of cryptic puzzles that guarded the mansion's darkest secrets. The haunted portrait gallery. The adventurers deciphered the eerie message hidden within the portraits whose eyes followed them. The shifting gazes revealed a hidden passage, beckoning them further into the mansion. The Library of Lost Souls. In a hidden chamber, they encountered a cryptic riddle in a dusty tome, hinting at Lady Isabella's fixation with the number 13. The adventurers had to search for 13 concealed objects in the library to reveal a hidden door. The Clockwork Paradox. In a room housing an ancient, oversized clock, its gears creaking and ticking in reverse, the adventurers deciphered the correct sequence of actions to rewind time for the clock, aligning its hands properly. This action unveiled a concealed passage that led deeper into the mansion's heart. The Whispering Corridor. One of the mansion's endless hallways whispered cryptic, mournful secrets about Lady Isabella's tragic choices. The adventurers listened carefully, piecing together the clues hidden within the whispers to uncover the location of the next puzzle. The Chamber of Reflection. They stumbled upon a chamber adorned with mirrors on every wall, each reflecting a different aspect of Lady Isabella's life and the curse of the manor. To unlock the door leading to the mansion's heart, they had to recreate a sequence of events from her past, positioning themselves in the same way as the reflections in the mirrors. These puzzles, each more perplexing than the last, served as the key to unraveling the mansion's secrets and confronting the malevolent forces that had ensnared it for generations. Finally, after solving these puzzles, the adventurers reached the heart of the manor, where Lady Isabella's ghost awaited them. Yeah, they had to put together all the knowledge they had gained from the previous puzzles to reveal the truth about her husband's death and the demon's wicked pact. They used the clues from the puzzles to help Lady Isabella confront her own actions and make the ultimate decision that would put an end to the curse. As the truth about the demon's malevolence and the curse was laid bare, Lady Isabella's spectral form trembled with guilt and sorrow. She came to understand the devastating consequences of her actions and the suffering her pact had brought upon her family and all those who had encountered the mansion. Torn by remorse, Lady Isabella made the most difficult of choices. Tormented by guilt, she realized that it was her responsibility to put an end to the malevolent curse that had plagued Loretide Manor for so long. She acknowledged that only by sacrificing herself could she banish the demon and break the curse that bound her descendants and the mansion itself. With a heavy heart and eyes filled with sorrow, Lady Isabella willingly offered her own soul to the demon. As she did so, a cataclysmic battle between light and darkness erupted within the mansion. The very walls seemed to pulse with an otherworldly energy, and the air grew heavy with anticipation. In the climax of the struggle, Lady Isabella's spectral form began to disintegrate, merging with the malevolent demon. The mansion itself shuddered, as if it could no longer contain the malevolent forces that had held it captive for centuries. As the mansion crumbled into dust, the adventurers watched in awe and terror. The dark structure was reduced to rubble, and they were finally released from its nightmarish grip. For more stories, do like, share and subscribe this channel.